Today I'm going to be going through the Glide tutorial. Glide is a browser built on Firefox, focused on a keyboard-focused workflow, as well as extensibility. So two things that I really love, as well as currently I'm a Firefox user, just base Firefox. On my MacBook I use Zen browser, but this Firefox or this Glide browser really looks like something kind of up my alley. So I'm going to be going through the tutorial, reading about it, seeing if I can get myself into it, I guess. Yeah, so without further ado, welcome to the Glide tutorial. If you can't see the introduction, press the J key until you can. So we're good on that. I like we got like Vim bindings here built in. Introduction, welcome to the Glide browser. Welcome again. Glide is a bit different from other browsers you may be used to, as it is modal based, meaning that pressing the same key combination will perform different operations in different contexts. The main modes you'll interact with are normal mode, insert mode, and hint mode. Normal mode is where most key mappings are defined and is a default mode when Glide is launched. Insert mode is for inserting text into elements. Glide will automatically switch to it when an input element is focused. That's kind of nice. Hint mode lets you navigate web pages using only your keyboard. More on that later. At any time, you can tell which mode Glide is in with the indicator at the top left next to the reload button. Right here, normal modes. If we insert, I don't know what I'm inserting into. Something. All right, lesson 0. Come back to this tutorial at any time by pressing :tutor, pressing enter when it is in normal mode. This is very Vim-like. Oh, this is kind of Emacs menu. Tutor. Yeah, I like that completion. Lesson 1, hints. Hints are the main way that Glide lets you operate web pages using just your keyboard. Press F to enter hint mode, and Glide will overlay text labels over every hintable element. Typing the label for an element will then focus and click the element. All right, this is pretty easy. So J, and then like scrolled up. Okay, cool. Lesson 2, config. Set up the TypeScript config file by typing config init home, which will create a config file plus some boilerplate files. Config. Config. Shit. Init home. Or wait, it was, yeah. All right, yeah, can't do that shit because I'm on NixOS. Dude, I love making my own life harder. Okay, let's see. I do have a file set up. Like this empty file here. All right, Glide reference types. Config Glide. I'm gonna config reload in Glide. And it's a little bit cut off, but that's all right. I won't write super long lines, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Glide.o.int size equals 30px. Huh. Config has been modified. Click the reload button. Now press F. Oh, very large hint labels. Then press Escape to exit hint mode. Revert the hint size back to a reasonable value. Open the config file. Edit it to the default is 11 pixels. For more information, okay. So I'll comment this, and we'll config reload F. Yeah, I'll just keep the default for now. All right. I wonder how we can dismiss these notifications with the keyboard here. Let me. All right. So if I want to close this, do I have to hit the X? Can I escape? No. F? No. Okay. We'll add this to a to-do. How do I dismiss a glide notification? Our example is going to be, oh shit. Our example is going to be the config has been modified. Can't dismiss. Mouse or running, this is reload. Okay. Move on now. What you can do, see the API reference for all the new APIs or the cookbook. Yeah, I'll open those to look at later. All right, moving around. The normal mode, in normal mode, if an input element is focused, then HJKL will move the caret. Otherwise, it can be used to scroll the page. Try moving and using the input box below to get a feel for it, then hold J to move on to the next lesson. Click this L. So here, oh. Okay, so I've entered insert mode, but then I want to be in, so now I'm in normal mode, but this is kind of, it's a little bit weird because, so this is normal mode, but it's normal mode in insert mode. So like if I hit escape again, what? Wait, how do I get out? You move focus back to the page by pressing Control comma. Control comma. Huh. This should work on all websites. Okay. I mean, I get control comma. I think I'll end up rebinding that because, or let's see. If I move my fingers differently here, if I, what? Okay, FL. So now I'm in here, and I can't get out. I'm spamming escape, but if I hit control comma, then I'm out. Okay. As you may have noticed in lesson 3, when you clicked on the input element, Glide switched to insert mode. This mode has very few built-in key mappings as its primary purpose, like the name implies, is to insert text. While in normal mode, you can manually enter insert mode by pressing I. This can be useful for websites that define key maps that conflict with Glide's normal mode mappings. Important, the tutorial is not complete yet. Many aspects are not covered. You should read the config docs for details on how to set up a config file. Cookbook and all other docs pages should be helpful as well. I also got a Zulip and GitHub discussions. Is that it for the tutorial? It ends at this lesson 4, insert mode? Okay, I guess, yeah, let's go, or wait, config docs? All right. No, wait, there's, oh, that's a X command. That's referencing the tutorial. Ooh, okay. And then no hints. I'm still confused. How do I don't know how I access this stuff. The tutorial didn't teach me. Let's look at the hints page. Glide supports a hint mode that lets you operate web pages. So the hint mode is all for web pages. Keys. This looks pretty familiar to like setting up keys in Lua for NeoVim. Similar API here. Key codes. Yeah, just I want to find, how do I, like, if I want to switch tabs, like, yeah, I'm used to this. We all know this. Control T is a new tab. Editor. Gemini. Oh, built-in Gemini protocol. Okay, that's not AI. Gemini protocol is a different thing, right? Yeah. Huh. That's cool. Config page. All right. Glide supports configuration through a TypeScript file. You can set up this config file, config it at home, run reload to reload it. Yeah, API reference in cookbook. All right, example keybind. This is interesting. So we got an async key map tab, get first tab with the given domain, and assert that it has an ID. So I guess check that we got a tab. And then update with true. GT. Okay, so if I wait, is G bound? Okay, G. Largest editable element on the page. That's interesting. Browser UI. Okay, browser UI itself is an HTML element, an HTML document. URL bar, refresh button, and downloads button. This is different from the HTML document of the current tab. For the current tab, content execute or tabs active. Browser UI can be customized through the document variable. However, it doesn't quite work like a standard document. The document is a mirror of the internal document that renders the browser UI for security reasons. This means only a subset of document operations are supported. Setting attributes, adding or removing nodes, updating character data, and adding event listeners. Cannot fire events yourself. Element click will not actually fire a click event in the browser UI. So how do I get up there? Command line focus next. Tab next. Oh, Control J. Ah. Oh, here we go. Okay. And now I'm in. Oh, this is kind of cool. So I can't do that. I can't like change to the end of the line. Oh. That's pretty nice though. Okay, so wait, in here we've got keys. For a mostly complete list of the default mappings, see the default key mappings. Is this, okay. HT index, default key mappings. Cool. I shouldn't be using my my mouse to browse through here, huh? What am I doing? All right. Yeah, let's go look at the default keyboard. Okay, Control J. Yeah, links, hints, copy link URL in hint mode, hint browser UI elements. Ah. And then that drops you back in here. Ah. What else is on leader? Reload hard. Command line show tab. What is that? Huh. That's kind of neat. So this is for like I could fuzzy my tabs. Keys S Y S. Yeah. I like that. Just function keys. Oh, this is the wrong. How do I kill a tab? Colon close tab close leader D. All right. Navigation scrolling, got that. Go up one entry in the URL hierarchy. Go to the root of the current URL hierarchy. GU. Huh. G. How do I go back? Go previous. Double bracket. Oh, missing host permission for tab. Huh. Oh, okay. And then all right. So now that I have this we got F, but we also have leader F. So leader F, this would be how I answer my question here. Oh, let me close this. So the answer is going to be leader F. And it's not select to show browser UI hints. There we go. So I go over here and I'll like write another empty line. All right. So if we leader F P. Okay. I mean, that's a way to do it. I think the easier way is probably if I just have a bind to like reload config. That probably would be the optimal way to do it. Just have like some, I don't know, leader C. Let's see, how do I do that? Config. Here I am with my mouse again. Old habits. It's this keys page, I think. Yeah. So I would want it in normal mode. So we'll go over here. Glide key maps set normal leader C config reload. See, because I think this like leader R, this would be an overload, right? Leader R is reload. Like why would I, come on tutorial, why would you want me to overmap my reload key immediately? Okay, so now I can space, I cannot, because I have not reloaded my config. Okay, I can config reload. And now I can space config reload. So I go over here and I changed my file, space C. Boom. All right, yeah, I mean, I kind of, yeah. I think this will definitely take some getting used to, but not as much as I thought it would. I think from here, my thoughts are like before I dive too deep into like writing a configuration, I just realized all this shit is off screen here, but here we can config reload. This is the whole line. It's yeah. But yeah, before going too deep into like making a custom config, which I know I could get very into, especially like theming everything and making little like HTML custom UIs for stuff. But before that, I need to get like, since this runs on Firefox, my plan is going to be to connect to my Firefox account and get my like must-have extensions, which are going to be my password manager, of course. You know, I need Bitwarden. Yeah, Bitwarden and uBlock, and oh yeah, my Kaggy. Definitely got to have that Kaggy search engine. But yeah, I think overall this tutorial, it'd be awesome if this was a little bit longer. I don't know why it's broken now. But yeah, I think like stopping at insert mode, it gives you a good taste, but I feel like the tutorial, I would want it to go a little, or not a little, a lot deeper than it currently does. But where it's at right now is very good. I did like reading the tutorial. And yeah, I think I'll become a glider soon. Soon meaning, yeah, today, I guess. All right, yeah, for anybody that actually sat here with me while I read this shit, thank you, and I hope you try out Glide too, as long as it's good for you. Definitely was made for us keyboard web dev, yeah, keyboard-driven web dev folk. I'm sure others can appreciate it too, though. All right, thanks, guys.